Wave does not know the neutral stages. So Nate is
Metal
explaining
City.
it. Yeah, he explained it to him. He's like, "What do you ban? Sand Ruins? That's not a neutral stage. Green Cave? That's not a neutral stage either." Yeah.
I don't get why Metal City is on the list.
We explained this to you, Ron. Metal City's
I know
cool.
it's a comfort pick, but what about Ice Factory? Ice Factory is definitely, like, no flight type shit goes there.
You can play flight type there.
Really?
You can play flight type, but that don't mean you gonna win.
You know what? Actually, we might need to do some testing with the flight type routing on that stage later, because there might be a gear that can suit it.
We already see Nade going with
he's
Knuckles on
busting
the
it out.
slide booster, the red rocket.
By the way, this is game 1, no test lab.
All right.
Oh, are we gonna see some slide boosting shenanigans? I really hope so.
Yes, we are.
Ooh, drop
Oh
the
my
tornado.
God, he gets put in the drop zone.
Right before the jump gets
Oh my
dropped
God.
He
off
goes
the.
to the bottom
Oh my
left, too.
lord.
He's trying to get the cyclone.
Somebody call an ambulance.
Slide booster Nade already living up to his name on the red
Here
rocket.
comes.
Knuckles
Here
on the
comes.
slide
Oh,
booster.
oh,
Doing
making the cyclone. Oh, what's
360
going
live on
on?
screen. Happening again. Getting Wave caught up in his turbulence as expected.
Oh my God.
What you don't know at home is that me and Azur have been in games with him.
And we've
games
witnessed
with
this
slide
destruction.
booster
Nade.
Nade, watching these
Nade, you
360s on the slide booster before.
Oh my
him.
God, somebody call an ambulance. He's gonna need one.
He
Leave
can't
him
do
alone.
anything. Turbulence
This is-
jail.
This is exactly
Okay, so
why
let me
we've
explain-
both been wanting to see slide booster Nade perform in this tournament.
Let me explain what Nate's doing right now. So the slide booster has an abnormally high drift radius, which means that it can turn around in circles crazily, very easily, including the fact that when you drift, you're more likely to make turbulence, which is the reason why he's able to do that so much and so effectively. Also, drifting.
Turbulence jail.
Yeah, he makes turbulence vortexes, just like in the Sonic Riders story mode, which is amazing. And the reason why he's able to abuse this so much is because the drift cost on the slide booster is also very, very low. And with that level up, we're going to see a much higher tank for making those whirlwinds.
Oh man, this is just so. I love it when he does this, but it's so
Dropping all
degenerate.
those
The cyclone turbulence is literally the most.
It's what do you do to that? What do you do against that?
you can tornado out of turbulence.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean, but it's like
use a gear that
into
can
it.
enter
Yeah.
You can juke out of it, but if you hold the A button, you're also unaffected by turbulence.
Nice.
That will slow you down, though, of course.
This kind of tactic would only like get unprepared players and those who are unaware of how to escape turbulence.
Exactly.
Well, the thing is, the slide booster's turbulence, making so much, so many twists and turns will slow you down, of course, because it'll make you hit those tricks, which will give you more airtime, therefore being slower. But that technique in particular is something that I showed Nate. I was like, here, you can do this with the slide booster. This is what it does to all of these gears. Like, it'll totally like throw them off course and stuff. And he perfected the technique because I explained that one of the weaknesses is that you're more likely to fling out of it immediately without being trapped. And that's because I was making very small circles. Nade making slightly bigger circles, as you can see, has a completely different effect, where it makes the opponent go around in like a merry-go-round in a circle and like just fling around,
And their perspective goes wild as well. And
so it
gets a little hard to reorient it.
Yeah, this is actually amazing for me because from my perspective, he like perfected my technique and he's showcasing it in tournament right now, and it's actually working. And it made the slide booster much better than we originally thought it was with this new technique being employed. This is the progression of a meta. This is amazing.
It's the year 20XX. You only use
Year
Knuckles on the slide
20XX.
booster.
Everyone uses slide booster.
Slide booster's just that good. Nade Deadass gonna end up as one of the kings of Sonic Riders.
Nade is going straight to the top with the slide booster. He plays that gear fucking religiously.
Oh, we're going to Splash Canyon
Splash
once
Canyon?
again.
I I would like to explain another thing about slide booster though, and that technique. So the slide booster's strength is that it's really good at keeping the opponent from getting close to it, which is one of its vulnerabilities. If it loses the lead, or it's very vulnerable to get hit because it doesn't have attack stance. So this doesn't fix any of its weaknesses, unfortunately, but it does strengthen its strengths tenfold by doing this technique. It makes it even better at what it was originally good at. Nade's gonna switch to high booster though, because this is more appropriate. Oh, we're gonna see the attack. Yep. That's a classic. Babysit the opponent.
All right, let's see. He's getting the top path, and he's gonna get that nice and crispy level 3.
Only waves will be blocked off from the high path, denied that early level 3 by Nade's turbulence, very expertly laid down by the high booster.
And now Nade is just going to be able to make up a lot of distance against Wave when he boosts down that straight because of the high booster and Wave being a late booster.
No,
Can we just point out that Wave's playing his Wave?
Yeah, you going
yeah.
Look. Just look at this. You're zooming. He's gone.
Big high booster plays going straight down that straight. Once again, hitting the high route. Denying even more of those 30 ring boxes. As Wave comes up from behind, hitting the level 3 anyway, doesn't have to go for them anymore. Still
Wave
hitting the jump though.
Struggling in the back there.
And yes, when we say Wave, we do mean the pro player Wave, not both of them as Wave.
No, it's Wave the character. I'm sure.
well, I mean it's Wave against Wave as Nadevan.
Yeah.
Oh wait. I mean Wave as Wave versus Nadevan as Wave.
Wave is Wave that's playing against the Wave who's called
Wave is playing as Slide Booster Nade.
What?
Nade's still with a very strong lead, using the high booster strength to just keep on boosting in before every single chance to get air back.
You're Wave, I'm Wave, he's Wave. Are there any more waves that I need to know about?
Using the high booster's extreme strength to just coast into the win, taking the second race from Wave.
Gonna be it for Wave, unfortunately.
Finishing sub 1 minute 55 seconds. Very well played by Nade on the high booster on Splash Cannon.
High booster so fast, so quick. Ooh, it's so good. And I just love this stage, haha.
Using Wave's strength as a late booster and getting that early 60 rings to achieve the level 3 before the first lap was even over, in order to get that full level 3 boost down the straight into the second lap. Very strong play from Nade, even off of his titular slide booster.
Dang, like, I loved that first match. That slide booster is just so fun to watch.
Yep, Nade on Knuckles with the slide booster is exactly why I wanted to see him compete live on stream, and I got exactly what I wanted handed to me on a silver platter.
It's his signature. We call it the Red Rocket. I'm liking the fact that we're getting people who are just making certain combos signatures and stylizing it so much. That's actually pretty cool.
Especially Stinky with the Opa Open slide booster, Nade with Knuckles on the slide booster.
It's like people using combos that like really like theoretically wouldn't work like by the numbers by meta, but like then you have players like Sakayan who is using Jet and like faster.
Yeah, that's
Cave and like
he is speed.
Oh my god.
He's speed. He was going so fast. He just that rail in Green Cave. Oh man, he was so good.
Speaking of Sakayan, up next.